Yeah, Blue just want. Oh fuck. Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast reviews of movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 300. Not 300, sorry, 486. Very, very close to 500. Holy crap, we are so close to 500.
Get in there.
Um, we are here. We are here to close our month as we've been looking at throughout the month of May. We've been looking at films that have won the prestigious Cannes Film Festival's grand prize, the Palme d'Or, to celebrate Cannes Film Festival that's been going on right at the moment. Which I've been keeping an eye, and yeah, man, there's some stuff coming down the line that I'm really really excited for here. But of course, we have been doing that, and today we're going to be closing out the month as we look at the 1989 Palme d'Or winner, Sex, Lies, and Videotape. But, of course, this is the Nerds kind of here to close the show alongside my wonderful co-host, Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to another review.
Hi, Kylie. Happy to see you. Hope you're doing well. I know I read your story. It seems like you ran into some assholes at the gym. I think is where you went. Sorry you had to run into some assholes, Kylie. Hope you're doing well. By the way, why does Brad look so hot today?
I mean, because it's hot outside. I'm sweaty.
I thought you meant as in like hot, like cute or something.
I'm glistening.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. So Brad, there was sex, there was lies, and there were definitely videotape. But before we get into any of that, let's talk about what's up, Brad? How you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Doing okay. Went back to work today.
Mm-hmm.
Work was work. So nothing bad, nothing good. Just normal. Thank God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good, bro. That's good.
I mean, I really don't have much other than divulge. I'll divulge why I'm late is that I finished cooking a good dinner. You know, I got the HelloFresh still coming. So I cooked some bolognese and I don't even know other dogs.
She can deal with that, don't worry.
But the bolognese and so I'm waiting for Brenda to come home. Hers is already cooking. She proceeds to come in. She goes to set something down on the counter and drops a glass dish. And I'm just sitting there holding the dogs at this point, being like, these dogs are stupid enough to run through that as Brenda cleans up the glass. So that's how, like, before I got on here, that's what I had to deal with.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your honesty, Brad.
I mean, yeah, because Raul was like, where you at? And I'm like, I'm fucking coming.
Coming, bro.
Throw my phone.
I'm holding back some dumbass dogs that will definitely what's it called?
They will walk through glass. They will be like what the fuck his face is in Moon Knight.
Yeah. Brad trying to audition for Hell's Kitchen with fancy food names.
Bolognese. It's like bologna, but better.
Better, yeah. Nothing too crazy out here. We just went grocery shopping today. Finished watching this. I've watched this film. Finished watching it because I watched like half yesterday, and I finished watching the rest today.
It's only an hour and 40, but it feels like 4.
Yeah, that's probably one of the big things that we're going to be talking about today. But yeah, I did that. I have to get through some other stuff as well because what's it called? Would like to tell you all. We're not even done covering Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival right now, but we just heard back today from Tribeca Film Festival, and Luis and myself will be covering the Tribeca Film Festival virtually June 9th through the 19th, I think is the June 8th through the 19th. That's right. June 8th through the 19th, y'all. So stay tuned to, all the coverage coming to the nerdcore.com and the YouTube channel and all that wonderful stuff. You guys already know how this goes. We're just, what's it called, gonna get on there, But we got a month to prepare. That means I got to get through all the shit that I was sent from LAPFF and fucking get those articles written because I'm about to have a fuck ton of other stuff on my plate. But hey, never complain. What's called? It's fun. It's fun work. It's fun work. Yeah. But Brad, yeah, it's just it's been a day. Also, I took the dog to the dog park and she was acting like an asshole. So yeah. What is Battle of Los Angeles?
Battle of
Of
Los
Los An-
Angeles.
yeah. Congrats. Thank you so much, Kylie. Thank you. Thank you. Lots of fun. I can't wait to watch a bunch of films. A lot of them, though, I was looking through the program. Like a lot of them are films that I watched at Sundance. So I'm like, oh fuck. Well, that's cool.
Well, the three we're watching.
Yeah, definitely did not show up at Sundance. I did
Okay.
not see those at Sundance. So we're good.
Okay.
We're good on those. But yeah, man. Just been chilling today. Hopefully going to watch The Godfather Part 2 after we're done here so I can get to work on my videos for that stuff. But Stacy, what does Stacy say? Congratulations on getting Tribeca. You need a pharmacist for that though. Don't shut up, bro.
It burns when I pee.
Where did I pee? No, that's gonorrhea, Brad.
Gone. Oh,
Yeah.
bad times ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, it's been quite a day, Brad. But we're here. We're ready to talk about this film because we're going to be concluding the month today, and we'll let you guys know what we'll be doing next month when we send off the show. Of course, you know the film. I mean, the month doesn't actually close until you go to patreon.com/nerdcore and you pay $2 a month so you can get access to um pay $2 to get access to our review of the Tree of Life, which is the other film that we have exclusive for Patreon that we're going to be reviewing to for what's it called this month, which where we will actually close the month for. So um,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited, Brad, and yeah. You want to get into this, Brad? I don't know if there's anything else that we can just like
I mean, to make this like progress. Yeah, I don't know. I think we have enough to talk about on this movie.
Next month he'll be reviewing the movie every Monday. That's what we do.
It's kind of what we do.
Yeah, it's kind of what we do.
That's kind of what we've been doing. There's like how many episodes? There's almost 500 episodes of
500
just us
episodes
doing this.
Yeah, and a lot of them are these theme reviews, and there's reviews of like regular stuff and other films. But yeah,
I remember when we used to do box offices, but now the box office doesn't matter.
Yeah. Let me tell you why the Marvel movie is on top again.
Wow. Because they pay us.
I mean, Brad, it would have been amazing to talk about this run that Everything Everywhere All at Once is having, and it's taken names. It is now officially the highest grossing domestic box office film for A24. It beat out Uncut Gems. This movie is. I already told you
that's pretty major, like because Uncut Gems had the Adam Sandler name behind it.
Yeah. And this is a film that you would have thought looking at it, you're like, this ain't gonna make a fucking 50 million. No way this makes 50 million. And guess what, man? This movie is not stopping. This movie's not stopping. Yeah. But of course, I can't wait for that movie to be out so that way Brad can watch it. It's called to be out like for rental, so Brad can watch it so we can finally review it because that is still my favorite movie of the year. Nothing is topping it yet. And I have a feeling that Brad is probably gonna love that film, but we'll see. But of course, let us get into this. Kylie says Monday good movies and Tuesday movies that make Raul question that tier. I've been questioning this tier for a while now. The tier for
I'm good with it. Keep sending us bad movies. Pay that $25 a month.
Yeah. Helped me pay my consultants for my medicine. So y'all, let's get ready to do this. If you have never seen Sex Lies in Videotape, this did come out in 1989, so it is past our our cutoff date. Everything after 1969 is pretty much fair game for us, for y'all to what's it called, not be spoiled. But everything before it's obviously fair game. We can spoil it. So Yeah. If you've never seen this film, then you might want to get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you have seen Sex Lies and Videotape, then you want to go, then stay here. Either way, how this goes is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's sex, there's lies, and there's videotape, Brad. That's the spoiler.
It's a movie.
Yeah. All right. I got two
Definitely a movie.
paragraphs. I got two paragraphs to watch, to read, Brad. Um, spoiler.
Spoilers.
Sex Lies and Videotape is a 1989 American independent drama film. Written and directed by Steven Soderbergh, the plot tells the story of a troubled man who videotapes women discussing their sexuality and fantasies, and his impacts on the relationships of a troubled married couple and the wife's younger sister. Sex Lies and Videotape won the Palme d'Or at the 1989 Cannes Film Festival, making Soderbergh the youngest solo director to win the award. He was 26 at the time. The film was influential in revolutionizing the independent film movement in the early 1990s. In 2006, Sex Lies and Videotape was added to the United States Library of Congress's National Film Registry, deemed culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Um, I just want to point out something here. Where did we go? Where is it right here? Um, I I need to let y'all know something here. Where is it? Oh, okay. I read this wrong. Uh, when I read the Google one, the Google synopsis, I thought it said, Anne is trapped in a sexually emotional fulfilled. What's it called? Starting with her husband John, a successful but unpleasant lawyer who is sleeping with his sister. I was like, what? What?
Who?
But
That
I
is
read
not
it.
what I got from this movie.
No, I read it wrong, Brad. It's her sister, so it's like Anne's
Oh
sister.
no, step bro.
No, I read it so wrong. I was like, his sister? What?
Trapped in the dryer.
um, but yeah, written, directed by Steven Soderbergh, stars James Spader, Andy McDowell, Peter Gallagher, Laura San Giacomo. It is shot by Walt Lloyd, edited by Steven Soderbergh. Music is done by Cliff Martinez. It was distributed by the then what's it called famous Miramax. It sits at an hour and 40 minutes, and it what's it called budget of 1.2 million. Brad, this movie made 36.7 million dollars at the box office.
Probably thanks to the Palme d'Or.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Yeah,
That
I'm
helps
sure
a
that
lot.
helped quite a bit.
Yeah. Yep. Is it a porn? No. White man? Yes. No, not a porn.
Porn? No. White man? Yes.
Yes. I mean, like, look at like some of these like taglines are like an edgy, intense comedy.
Which part of it
Like,
was a comedy?
which part of it was edgy though? Like,
Where was the comedy in there?
yeah.
Can
So-
I go to the top one though? One of the best of 1989. That's literally what it says. Let's go through some movies in 1989. Why don't we? How about Batman? See no evil, hear no evil. Dead Poets Society.
That Poets
Look,
Society.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Back to the Future 2. Let's see here. Glory. They got what else we got? We got Turner and Hooch, who I put above this. They got The Abyss. They got Roadhouse. Like, I mean, you know, we got some. Look, we even got The Little Mermaid. Come on now, we got some contenders up here for one of the best 1989. This was not it.
Yeah. You want me to let you know what three movies that stand out to me that lost to this film, to the Palme d'Or?
You're saying what three movies, and it sounds like there's only like four like other movies in
That
this category
this year.
There's only like three other movies in this category, right?
Well, the Palme d'Or. Look, these are all the films that were nominated, that competed for the Palme d'Or for this year. That year, that this one won. There are three movies that stand out to me, Brad. One you've never seen, which is Emir Kusturica, Time of the Gypsies, which is a really good film. But he would go on to win the next year or 2 years after for one of his movies, and then like 2 years after that for another one of his movies, being like one of the select few who have won this award two times. Another one that stands out to me is Spike Lee's "Do the Right Thing,"
Oh,
and
Spike Lee got it stolen fucking again.
and Giuseppe Tornatore's "Cinema Paradiso."
No shit. No, Raul's mad. Raul's big mad.
And of course, one of the directors, I think, that Sir Mr. Akira Kurosawa also was a very was influenced by, was one of the ones that influenced him, and he was very, what's it called, his, what's it called, very appreciative of uh, Shohei Imamura's Black Rain. Yeah, Imamura that year released a film, which I've never seen this film, but I know that like this was one of Kurosawa's like mentors. It was one of the ones who he worked for.
Mhm.
Yeah, his film also, what's it called, was that year. But yes, the three that stand out to me, man: Cinema Paradiso, Do the Right Thing, and fucking Time of the Gypsies, which are great. All three are great fucking movies, Brad.
Yeah. Yeah. So who greased whose palms in this?
Yeah. So, who was the fucking president of the jury this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
That year. Amazing. Yeah, yeah. So one of the films in 1989 would be a better tagline.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It
this
was a
came out in
movie.
1989.
Definitely a movie.
So I'll go ahead and open this. My initial thoughts. Excuse me. So I didn't like this film. Um, being somebody who's actually seen a good amount of the work from Steven Soderbergh, like the Ocean's films, um, fucking,
Wait, he did
uh,
Ocean's 11 in that?
he's did Ocean's 11, 12, and 13. He
Oh
did
shit.
those, yeah. Um, Logan Lucky. I've seen Logan Lucky. I've seen the two Chair films. The two Chair, well, Chair is one film. It's just two parts. Chair part one and part two. Um, I've seen I oh no, I didn't see Unsane. I haven't seen Unsane. But Soderbergh is one of the leading voices in independent film. He literally kind of started it. I mean, him and a bunch of other filmmakers at Sundance led the revolution of independent cinema. And I watched this film and I was like, this is his directorial debut, the first movie he's ever made, and he wins the Palme d'Or. I'm like, this
At
has to be
26. At
26. Yeah. I watched this, so I'm gonna watch this. I'm like, this has to be something. I mean, you don't just win the Palme d'Or at 26 with your first movie. That is unheard of. And I was severely let down with this film. I will 100% tell you all right now, what's it called? Everybody in here does such a great job at acting. I mean, they're what's it called, giving it their all, 100%. But I think that this film sadly suffers from a very, very, very incoherent script that loses itself in the second act a lot. And then when it gets to this third act, it's like, oh, how am I going to finish this? Do I finish it here? Nope, nope, nope. But Brad, I'll go ahead and let you get into it before we go fully into it. But give me your initial thoughts, Brad.
This movie was fucking slow.
And we've seen.
I watched a 3-hour movie that felt like an hour and 40 minutes, and then I watched this that felt like 4 hours, and it was an hour and 40-minute movie. It was painfully slow.
Yep.
So slow. Also, I have questions. I'm talking really loud for some reason. I don't know why. I just have questions all through this thing. So when you first meet someone and you've already told your husband that you're pissed off that you're having to deal with his friend coming over, that you don't know who he is, and then you go out, then you reluctantly go, like, I don't know, house shopping or whatever. Yeah, whatever, house shopping with him, and then you go out to eat, and the first item of discussion you put out there is, I don't like sex. What the fuck? It makes no sense, Raul.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just walk up to you and go like, I'm impotent. Which is literally what they did. That is literally what James Spader's character did.
Yeah.
The wife goes, I don't like sex. And he goes, well, it doesn't matter to me. I'm impotent.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Lady, you were like annoyed to the point of like having to deal with this guy. And that's where we're at with this.
Director's cut.
And the dialogue, like this, like I can tell a 26-year-old wrote this. He's like, titties. But at the same time, it's like he doesn't like know, how people actually interact and the dialogue. So I get the act, like you have great actors in this, but sometimes they feel stiff. But I don't blame the actors for that. I think it's the script. I think the script is just fucking all over the place, and it just he can't get his point across. And it comes to the point of, what was the point? What was the whole point of this?
Yeah. You know how like effective this film would have been, Brad, if when you see that, like you're seeing, what's it called, what the fuck was his name? Not Spader, fucking Spader, Graham. When you see Graham and Anne, they're just like finally gonna have sex, right? And he reaches for the camera, right? And it cuts, it cuts to the static on the TV, and we pull back, and what's it called? John is watching. Like, how effective it would have been that's where we ended. That's where we ended.
That's where we should have ended. You're right, because that was probably the most powerful scene in this whole movie, is when it cuts off and you're left uncertain.
Yeah. And we just keep going from there. And it's like we're gonna go into this conversation about how, like, she was like saying, like, she keep seeing
and you like you said, you could have shut it right off at that point, and you would have had a better move, because all you did by going further in is what we already knew was going to happen. Is that Peter Gallagher's character is such a big piece of shit. He loses his wife and then loses a job. So like it's not surprising. Nothing really happens to the shitty sister. Like I feel like this is not the first time the sister has fucked over Anne in like the same way. Like how small is this small town where Peter Gallagher's character is fucking James Spader's like girlfriends, and what is James Spader, like a reformed priest? Is that what I was getting at? Like,
I don't know, bro.
I used to hold ceremonies in my backyard. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah. There's just like a lot that I feel like Soderbergh is trying to do here, where it kind of gets lost in the middle of like a script that isn't polished enough yet. And it's like, yes, this is a film that shows some promise behind the camera of, like, what's it called, camera work and direction, but like its writing is like incredibly like very like flawed, and it's like, there's not a lot that is really trying to be said here that isn't like, really being like outwardly said in here. Like, I've seen films that do more than this and have a lot to say about sexuality and human connection.
Yeah, and there's just parts in this film that don't need to exist. Like the dude at the bar. Like is that the comedy where like the intense comedy we're talking about is the dude at the bar, where he's just not really that funny. He's just awkward and making the bar host, aka the sister, like, I don't know, like really uncomfortable, because it made me feel really uncomfortable.
And like Soderbergh gets way better at that, like a comedy, because like Logan Lucky is fucking hilarious, bro. Like, what's it called? There are moments in Logan Lucky where I was audibly laughing my fucking ass off in that movie, and like I'm watching this and I'm like, oh well, it would be really interesting to see where what's it called, Soderbergh starts, and I'm like, wow, this is a really weak start. And
did you have moments where like James Spader's character is offering iced tea and you're like, don't drink that tea, fucking don't drink that tea?
Yep. don't drink it, bro.
Don't drink that tea. And then just leaving the videos out there all in the open, like not expecting anybody to ask, like, hey, serial killer, why you got all these fucking films out here with ladies' names on it? Like that doesn't, like,
I mean, like, there's also like interesting room here to talk about like fetishism and like voyeurism, and it's like
they don't really get into it.
Literally, dude, this guy gets off at hearing women talk about sex. That is the thing that gets him off. and we
but
don't
he
really,
kind of
you
like
know,
skims over that. Like he doesn't really get in depth with that. He just like he makes like him look like this like raving lunatic serial killer esque that
yeah,
jerks off to these interviews with women.
yeah, yeah. So I'm like just left, you know, disappointed. I'll say, I mean, at least to, you know, give some sort of positivity here. I like the I like some of the shots in here. I think that he does choose some interesting angles to film from, which like it ends up like forming his style that he makes later on that are like really interesting. I like, you know, the actors are pretty damn good. I honestly think they're pretty damn good. The script is weak, but like everybody in that cast, you can tell 100% that they're working really hard.
Yeah,
Like they're trying their damn best.
they gave it their best on that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I also, what's it called? I enjoy the way that he like seamlessly cuts between like the, what's it called, the you know, the tape footage and like, and the, what's it called, like I gotta say, like editing wise, like the way that he handles that is good, but like obviously, you know, the editing with when it came to the pace was just, oh man. I think this is where kind of like he learned that like I gotta be a little less generous. I got to start cutting more, you know, and like actually start flowing the story out. But ultimately, I found this film to just not do it for me. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give Sex Lies and Videotape. I'm gonna go for a 5 out of 10, Brad. I'm gonna go right smack down the middle. I think there's things that I can say that I enjoyed, and I think things that are very promising for Soderbergh as a director. Ultimately, the film does not hit its mark, and I'll go for a 5 out of 10.
Um. Yeah, I can't be any more generous than Raul, so I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's right there in the middle. I mean, like honestly, like I'm not mad to the point
No,
where I'm like, oh, terrible. Like,
no, I'm
no,
not. I'm not to the point of like, oh, this was wasting my time. But this is
yeah,
just a film that like. So I watched this with Brenda, and Brenda's literally like, oh, they're gonna find the earring, and I'm like, what?
yeah,
And then they literally find the earring in the vacuum, and I'm just like, well, that yeah. So you can tell what the plot in this fucking thing's gonna be.
yeah. When Spader's character accidentally sent a videotape to America's Funniest Home Videos, but he at least he did a good he did a lot of good with that prize
Prize
money.
money,
Shut the fuck up,
amazing, Stacy.
Stacy. Oh man, but yeah, guys, that is our review on Sex Lies and Videotape. Also, I could have sworn that this film was based on a novel, but it's not. What, like, where? What the hell? Like, I thought this was based on, like, is this some sort of weird Mandela effect thing? Where I swear, I swear that there's a novel called Sex Lies and Videotape that was like before this, but I don't know. Yeah, I thought there was a novel. But y'all, that is our review of Sex Lies and Videotape, y'all. That concludes our month looking at past Palme d'Or winners. Of course, y'all, this is a month where we have an extra Monday, so we are probably going to do on Monday. We are probably going to do our three films that we need to get. Not all three, but I mean we got time to watch all three. They're like some are like an hour and 20, bro. Like some
Not
of
too
these
bad.
aren't. Yeah. Hopefully by on Monday we'll be doing our review of our three films from Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival, and hopefully that week as well we will try to get to do our mini pod that week.
Not
So next week,
old.
but we'll see what's up, y'all. We'll keep you updated when it comes to that. But of course, um, on Thursday, what's it called? We are not getting to do. We'll see what we do on Thursday, y'all. I think we're supposed to do our Zola commentary for Patreon, but we'll see. But on Monday when we do our whatever review we do on Monday, we'll do our coin toss. But for now, we will let you all know what our next month is. We are going to be celebrating the release of the new film from David Cronenberg, Crimes of the Future, starring Leia Seydoux, Kristen Stewart, and Viggo Mortensen, as we look at 5 films from the filmography of the master of body horror, David Cronenberg. It's going to get really weird, really gross, and yeah, Brad might hate me, but I mean, there's nothing else that's getting released from a big director next month. But
I mean,
fu-
can't be much worse than
Western month.
than some of the shit we've seen in the past couple weeks.
Yeah, yeah. It's okay. He did a movie with Jeff Goldblum, and I'm sure you're gonna choose The Fly. So fuck it, let's do The Fly. Jeff Goldblum does no wrong, Brad.
Yeah, no kidding. Life
Okay.
finds a way.
Finds a way.
It finds a way.
Yeah. So next month we will be looking at the films of David Cronenberg, y'all, and of course, we are very thankful for y'all sticking with us today as we talked about Sex Lies and Videotape. We will go ahead and catch you all later. Tomorrow we will be doing our public commentary of Real Steel for Kylie's pick of this month for her writer's pick movie commentary, and then on Wednesday we will not be here for anything because Brad has to do Survivors of Flame, right? And
Indeed.
we will keep you updated on Thursday, and then the weekend we will keep you updated on live shows and stuff like that. So, of course, we got the busy week, y'all. We got Kenobi this weekend, so next week we're gonna start our Kenobi reviews. So I'm excited for that. But thank you all so much to Stacy and to Kylie for being in here. Thank you all so much for being in here. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being the kind people that you are. Want to thank our Patreon supporters for making this possible. Without the Patreon supporters, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that we do on this network or a lot of the things that we do in our lives. Because honestly, if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have been able to get my medicine. So thank you all. I'm always going to be in debt to you wonderful people that support us on Patreon. So, of course, we want to thank our writers and our producers, who our executive producer, Shane. Brad, where can they find him?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at XSRK_, or go buy something from the Suppy God at Present City Vintage in Illinois.
Nice.
Thank you.
And of course, we want to thank our writers, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
At Real Nerdy Dad on Twitter.
He's my TikTok friend.
Oh, man. I want to thank Kylie as well, our wonderful Kylie.
Kylie.
At Kylie PLI on Twitter.
Even though Kylie called me sweaty.
And Kylie P Sports 90 on Instagram. Go follow Kylie. Also, technically, Chillzone did pay for this month, so go follow Mr. Chillzone everywhere. Follow him to his home.
Follow.
No, don't follow him to his home. But
that'd be weird.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a fan, go ahead.
No. Stop.
Not that big of a fan, damn.
Yeah.
Not like Beatles.
Yeah.
Beatles-esque.
No, God, no. But yeah, go follow Mr. Children. Yeah, of course, we want to thank you all so much, and we will see you all tomorrow for our commentary of Real Steel. Brad, let's set them out.
Right, Raul. Thank you for being a host as always. Thank you to all those who joined us in chat today. Stacy and Kylie, that means you. Thank you to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And in this episode, I will say, go make your own sex videotape. Young Yoda out!
Between consenting adults, Brad.